Hi all, welcome to day 6 of detoxification challenge. In this 21 days we have already completed digital detox and digestive detox. Today in mental detox we are going to analyze where we stand in mental detoxification. Now, in a piece of paper, you just need to write down what are the triggering points, or red buttons in your life. Say, for example, some people will be triggered when it is spoken about their personal life. Some people will be triggered when they are talked about past loss or failure. Some people will be triggered when it is spoken on money. Some people will be triggered when it is spoken on external beauty. Some people will be triggered when they are pointed out about their hygiene. Example, all these are some of the samples which can help you identify your red buttons, your red area. What all the triggers you are actually accumulated inside you. Write down those triggers in detail. Point it out each one by one. What are all those triggers? Now, coming back to today's session. Today it's going to be a mental detox. Mentally, we have accumulated so many stress in this life. It is either external or internal, but many times it is imaginary. Yes. Today, let's address it one by one. There is a particular trigger that have made you to feel frustrated, anger, anxious, sad, anything at a point where you have no control at all. When that is a situation in your life as well, then it is right time to address it. If you feel like some of these topics, some of these triggers have been in their life, have been affecting your life for quite some time, then write about it in detail. Yes, it's kind of a mental detoxification journal idea. You need to write it down very clearly. Please don't share it with anyone. The writing is a very interesting aspect where you will actually think about it in detail before even writing it down. When you take a pen, when you take a paper and you start writing, while you are thinking about it, it gives enough space for you to be who you are actually. While writing, it's just you and your pen, and that's it. There is no one else to be communicated about it. So, write it in detail. Many times it is imaginary fear, it is imaginary trigger. Say, for example, a student recently shared to me about a father issue. The hygiene issue of a father, how it affected the daughter, how it affected the daily habits of the daughter. I'm pretty surprised how others' activities are being consumed inside as stress point, as a trigger inside our brain. How Yes, because it is the power of imagination. We tend to overthink about the particular activity, a particular event again and again and again. So it gets accumulated inside our brain and becomes a toxin. This is a point where we will be triggered easily when someone else, in a different angle, in a different place, without even having any idea of your trigger, when they say a particular word, when they speak about a particular topic, we get triggered immediately. I've seen several people who have got several toxins inside their brain which are not helpful for them, but instead ruining their present life in a very bad way. So if you are a person who is having such kind of a trigger, write it in detail about it. What kind of a trigger you are facing, what kind of effects it has in your brain, it has in your body, it has in your mind, it has in your mental state or emotions. Now, after a while, come back after half a day or half an hour, whenever you feel like you find the purpose of it. You might find the real stressor behind that particular trigger. What is it that has been bothering you? It is not father. It is not about hygiene. It is about you taking inside your brain, taking inside your mind process, taking inside your emotion, thinking about every step about it. And that's where the trigger is. So you need to think about it in detail and write it down in your journal. How that particular emotion is, why you feel in that particular way, why do you feel frustrated, why do you feel anger, why do you feel anxious, why do you feel sad about those triggers. While writing it down, please make sure you are writing it very detailed, very, very detailed. Don't bother about your grammar, do not bother about your spelling, never ever care about your handwriting, just write what comes in your mind. Okay, once you write everything, what kind of a triggers, why it happens, and how it has been bothering you, once you find everything in the paper, once you find the every point that comes into your mind in paper, now it is time to crush the paper. Crush as hard as possible. Crush it, like it's kind of a very bothering thing in your life and you want to throw it away. Crush it really well and open it. Now, if you see, the words have not changed at all. The stress is still right there. But the way how you expressed it is a proof that you have accumulated those toxins. So, how to remove those toxins? Do not worry. It is just external. It has nothing to do with you as a person. It has nothing to do with your personality. It has nothing to do with your life. Those are just external factors. So, crush that paper. Once you crushed and read all those, now tear it into small, tiny, and tinier pieces as possible. We are literally shredding it out in a way that those unwanted thoughts, unwanted triggers in our mind is kind of getting away in its way. This is a small step which will be very helpful. I hope it works as well. It is a very famous technique as well in the past. You would have seen it in a couple of movies, but we never addressed it. We have just accumulated those the tox. So now it is time to detox and clear your mind. Hope it helps. Discuss this in group and do let me know your feedback. Thank you.